The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers against the Houston Rockets. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forwards position. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now here's Leonard. Good on the bucket.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Harden outside. Over George. Harden can't hit.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got 5 now.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
Here's Westbrook. And the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Leonard, no luck. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal. All alone. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Incredible effort by Kawhi. Picks it up with the claw, then off to the races.
And the Houston Rockets last season going out and getting Robert Covington. Greg, why was that a good fit for this team?
You know, Kevin, his range shooting really unlocked Westbrook's ability to get to the lane. Also, Covington's contract creates some flexibility, one of the best values in the league as far as productivity.
Sure. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now here's Westbrook to the middle. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And I think the contact helps Westbrook. I mean, so competitive, this guy invites that bump.
The 3 from George. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. Westbrook with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
And, Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they looked to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint.
The first one falls.
Hard to believe that Westbrook is in his 30s. Elite burst. He's still one of the more feared players for opponents.
And both free throws good for Westbrook. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside, George. Now here's Leonard. He's got 7, and the wide-open shot from Morris. Here's Zubats, and they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Rockets trail by 4. Pass to House. And here's Tucker. Harden outside. The 3. The Rockets again can't hit.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Leonard, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Houston.
So difficult to stop Leonard from scoring. Sometimes you just have to foul him.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the
Shoot 2.
fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Free throw drops for Harden. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Harden hits them both.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Now, here's George. Leonard draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. Misses off the right iron.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Harden, that's good.
No one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop. And that thing is a deadly shot.
Now here's Williams. Morris finds George. And it's in there.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Left side, Covington. The kick out to Westbrook. And Covington with the basket on the assist from Westbrook.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here is George. Passes it to Leonard. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Clippers.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
And that one, good.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Now here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
1:27 left here in the first quarter. Great open look there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
A shot by Williams, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. McLemore, the pass to Rivers. Puts up a three, and another three for Houston.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now here's Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Loads it up there for Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
If you start the alley-oop, Harrell can usually finish it. He's an explosive big man with good hands.
Pass to McLemore. Back to Rivers. Houston moving it around. Here's Carroll. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Green. Jackson looking around. Williams dishes to Harrell. Shamet the pass to Williams. Now here's McLemore outside. They retain possession. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Jermichael Green. And there's Jackson, and it's Shamet in at the three. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down. but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Now here's McLemore after the miss from Reggie Jackson. And that one's good. Green.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here is Shemp. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 1. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And Beverly kicks to Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Rockets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Gordon dishes to Rivers. And Green now, top of the key. And the rejection by Zubac. No good from outside. And so here are the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And here we go. McLemore heading to the hoop. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Clippers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That's good from Beverly. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And here's Harden for 3. Morris with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And that one's good. Beverly. And now a 6-point Clipper lead.
You talk about a player who never backs down. Beverly unbothered by the good deed.
It's Harden with the drive. He gets that one. Harden's got 6.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. The Clippers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. The first free throw is good. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Westbrook double team and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And so it's Houston with it. Covington finds Westbrook over Williams. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
I got yours.
George against Harden. Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Rockets trail by 7.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
And the first one at the line is good.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And he can't hit the second.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
That's good from Harrell.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 9-point game. Got that one up quick. Westbrook's got 12 points in the game.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's Leonard. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside Williams. The pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Houston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Now a timeout called by Houston. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs. That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Clippers on defense. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And that one's good, George.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harden up top, defended by George. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Williams scanning the floor. No good off the back of the rim. Rockets trail by 9. Harden up top, defended by George. Westbrook, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the thing about Westbrook, everything he does is explosive. I mean, so difficult to contain.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And the first one drops. A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. Houston with a big group substitution here. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And McLemore, he's checked in for Danuel House. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well. And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Outside Jackson. Over Westbrook. And no good, trying to use the glass.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Gordon finds Carroll. Launches a 3. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Gordon.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
And we've reached halftime in this one. The Clippers on top. They're up by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 34 points and the greatest bench scorer in NBA history. Only getting better with age.
Yeah, I like that.
NBA history. He's a walking bucket. Defender know what's coming. Still can't stop it. Wait, Benny Johnson. Slick Watts. But he's top of the top.
I never heard of those
Jamal
players.
Crawford.
Never heard of those players. But his passing is also reaching new levels. He's a master operator in that pick and roll.
Yeah, he is. Here's Kevin Harlan. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
My brother.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the three, the small forward.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Clippers leading by 4. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Inside, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Talented, opportunistic. When Leonard gets hot, it can last for long stretches.
Pass to House. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now, here's Beverly. He has 5. That shot off. Covington in the corner. Back to Harden. To the paint. Here's Tucker. Count the basket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The Clippers in the lead. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And here is Los Angeles now. The Rockets making the shot. Outside for George. There's the triple. The offensive rebound.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
House the pass to Westbrook. Here is Harden over George. Harden no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
They get the rebound.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's Westbrook. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Here's Westbrook after the Clippers pick up 2. They get a hand on it. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Rockets trail by 4. Here's Westbrook. He's got 13. And now the Clippers on the break. Westbrook against Beverly. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Rebound by House.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from James Harden. And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
For the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris, and it's Williams in for Paul George. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Daniel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Over to the left wing. Beverly with the ball. He has 5. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Harrell trying to free himself up. And it's Patrick Beverly with the 3. And now a 7-point Clipper lead. Now, here is Harden. 15 points in the game. Passes it to Rivers. Green against Williams. From 18 feet away. Green, no luck.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Rockets trail by 7. A minute 50 left in the third. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Sweet little floater. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Pass to Beverly. Launches it. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Harden draws the double, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here are the Clippers. Clippers leading by 7. Beverly dishes to Williams. Down low, Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Nice timing on the pick and roll. Williams a solid playmaker when asked to fill that role.
Beverly against Harden. Here's Rivers. Off target from outside.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Shamet to the inside. And again, Montrezl Harrell. Harrell's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Now Leonard. 21 points in the game. Just 3 on the clock. Again, the Clippers.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Clippers on top, ending the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here is Harrell. Jermichael Green is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Shamet in its small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Williams passes to Green. 3 on the clock. And it's Shamet missing.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Tucker, a terrific shot on the turnaround.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Here's Williams. Williams double team. There's the pass to Green. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 6 assists in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet.
Marcus Morris. Paul George.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Gordon finds Westbrook. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. George passes to Williams. Pass to Harrell. Just 4 to shoot. Tipped away. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. McLemore with the ball. Now guarded by Harrell. Covington's shot is off. Clippers leading by 10. McLemore with the ball. Pass to Covington. Now here's Westbrook. Over Jackson. The Rockets again can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Harrell trying to free himself up.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
McLemore, the pass to Gordon. Over Williams, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Gordon's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets. Now George. George double teamed. Pass to Harrell. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over Jackson. Rebound by Harrell. Clippers leading by 8. McLemore with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And here's McLemore. Now the pass to Tucker. They double him with George. Now here's McLemore outside. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
timeout called, the Rockets.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. We'll see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And so Westbrook makes them both. Los Angeles leading by 8. Leonard inside. Williams finds Leonard, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Andrew Beverly is checked in for Lou Williams. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Westbrook. Pass to House. Back to Westbrook. Over Beverly. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And they continue to control the glass.
George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard fires away from outside. Rockets with the rebound. Westbrook's got 5 rebounds tonight. The dish to Tucker. Inside. Left side, Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And there's the ferociousness. Got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
Now, here's Zubats. Dishes it to Leonard. Harden against George. Leonard on the wing. Over House. Rebound by House. Rockets trail by 6. To the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. And both free throws good for Covington.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Passes it to Leonard. Over House. Los Angeles with another miss.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Harden against Morris. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And this is what great players do. Harden important, understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Throw good, James Harden.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Beverly for three. Westbrook with the block. Zubac's with it. Stolen by Tucker. Harden with it. George picks him up. To the middle. Here's Covington. It's good!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by one. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Leonard. Over House. The Clippers keep it alive. To stop the drought. The shot will not fall. Rockets on offense. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Harden, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
When defending Patrick Beverly, it's hard to match his level of energy and activity.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverly. At the line for 2.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverly gives you toughness at that point guard position, and he's physical.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now off the inbound. Yes!
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard inside. It's in!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 1. 17 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. George against Harden. For the three. The three won't fall. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you all had to lead most of the game. So what's the difference playing from ahead as opposed to playing from behind?
I mean, you know, when you're behind, it's tough. You got to use a lot of energy to get back in the lead, and then it's just hard to keep that, you know, energy throughout the whole game. But when you're up, sometimes you get a little bit comfortable, and the other team is, you know, fighting, have that energy, trying to push back. So we just have to stay level-headed when we're out there and just keep moving.
Appreciate your time, man, after a hard win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.